First, I was going to say trusted banking, but actually I would say trustless.
You had to define that. Like, do you have kids? Do you have
Yeah, I do. Yeah, two.
How old are your kids?
Two boys, man. And let me tell you, it's
Two boys?
rough. It's 2 years and 6 months.
6 months. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
2-year-old and 6
My
months.
first one is turning 1 year old in 3 days. Yeah. So let's assume your kid were like 5 years old, right?
Right.
And then you would define you would like, hey, daddy, what is DeFi? So
Yes.
So what would you say? How would you define decentralized finance? Like, what is DeFi?
It's funny. First, I was going to say trusted banking, but actually I would say trustless banking, where I don't have to trust, because we can't trust the banks. And I'm not someone who's a big conspiracy guy, but we know the banks, when I put 100 in there, they take 100% of that and they loan it out to other people. The whole bank's existence is off of what we put in there. You can literally put, you can take $100,000, you can take $10, $100, put it in this platform and receive 8% interest. I mean, 8%? Why would anybody ever go put their money in a savings account? If you can get 8% out of the stock market, you'll take that all day. Yeah. We're talking about just putting it in a platform, leaving it alone, and matching what people try to do in the stock market. It's just, it's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Earlier this year, I was promoting VRA, like when it was 1 cent, right? I was telling people, man, get on VRA. VRA.
Oh yeah.
Turned out this year it went from 1 cent to 7 cents, and guess what? Everyone was holding it, was staking it. If you don't know what staking is, I made a long stream about that. It's one of my most viewed videos so far. So go check it out, guys. It's a complete class on how to stake, what it is from A to Z, right? So go check it out, guys. And then, man, I staked it, right? When I started staking it, it was 36.5%. 36.5%
That's
a year.
crazy.
So you know what that means? You know what that means? Every day I get 1%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On my investment.
That is crazy.
And it's right on the time, bro, because it's programmed, right?
Right.
So if you made the first staking at 9:30, tomorrow 9:30, bam. And the reason why I love doing that on cryptocurrencies is because there's no expenses, man. So all the money you get automatically is profit on your pocket. You can sell it right away. You can liquidate it right away. And that's kind of why I focus more on cryptocurrencies until I build up my portfolio large enough. But I'm definitely going to. And man, when I'm ready to go in the States, man, I'll check you out, my friend. I'll check you out, man.
Although I've worked for people for years, it's crazy. I get more joy out of finding some old item I have and throwing it on Facebook Marketplace and selling it. There's just a rush with like just that hustle, like legal hustle, obviously, but so legally hustling, that is.
Of course.
But it's funny because that was always a high, even just a small item, $20. It's just like, yo, I did this myself. But when you get into a coin, and like Cardano's that for me, that's one of them. Cardano's one for me. VeChain is one. And there's several of them, but Ethereum's one. When you get into a coin and you say, hey, this one, I've read up on it, I know about it, I don't care, I'm sticking with this one because I know it's going to do its thing. And then you go from 6 cents in Cardano up to like $3.
That's one of the things I do. I go to sleep, I look at my portfolio, I put my phone down, I wake up, man, and then I'm like, my portfolio went up $10,000.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
So the first time that happens to me, I mean, there was a time, the first time that happened to me and my portfolio went up $1,000, I was excited. Then I got used to it. And then the first time it happened to me on $10,000, I was like, oh my God, I made $10,000 today.
Yeah.
And guess what, man? Guess what? That happened over and over again. And now I'm used to it, man. Now my portfolio can go down $30,000, and I'm not even flinching.
Not phased at all.
Like, I'm not flinching, but I'm also appreciating the journey that it took me to get to that point. Because
that is so, man, you were so right. You were,
and I'm remembering how I used to feel. It's just the same as YouTube. Like when I get 1 subscriber, I'm like, yes. I'm still the same way, by the way. If I see 1 minus subscribers, I'm like, ooh.
You know what? And it's funny you said that about YouTube. There's a big correlation because I'm very blessed. I hit 5,000 subscribers today, which it's been it's been a long journey. That I really started in January. But it's funny because I still do look at that like every one subscriber I truly appreciate it because they don't have to. And the majority of people that watch your videos aren't subscribed, anyway. So it's like every time someone chooses to do that, I appreciate it. And it's funny, that journey of bumping my head through these crypto streets, man. And I remember when a $100 drop, and it wasn't even financially that it was going to bother me, but it's just, it was that sense of not knowing what I'm doing. Like, oh my gosh, man, I just put this in. I remember hearing about a coin, hopping into it, getting wrecked. And then now just being like laid back. It's like you just sit back at a restaurant, just watch the room, see what's going on. And then now when you go into it with peace. And that's why literally there was a day where my portfolio in May, when it crashed, was down 50%. Now that's the only time literally this year that I was like, I remember I was sitting in here and I told my wife, I'm like, I need the bleeding to stop. Okay, it's 50% down. Now I didn't sell anything. I just wanted to stop going down. I didn't sell out of it or nothing. And then you know what? It doubled back. It came right back. So
that's the thing I was mentioning. It's never a loss until you sell. It's unrealized. I know that sometimes it made you feel that way, but you know what? I actively work my mind to go over that. And now, honestly, there was a time my portfolio in the bear market went down to 80%. That was my long-term portfolio. And I did also something else with it where I lost almost 90% of my entire portfolio. Like I lost it because I actually sold it, right? And I made all that money back this year plus more. But what I wanted to say is, when I see the market go down at this point right now in my life, I get excited, man. I want to sell like my kidney, man. I'm like, man, you sure, man? I'm giving you a discount today, man.
Yes.
That's the way I am. I'm very excited. I'm trying to find money anywhere, any small changes, man, so I can dump on the market. So the lower it goes, man, the reason why I'm so comfortable is because I have done the research, guys. I'm confident about the research, the market, the rate of growth. I looked at that almost every day, and now with the tools that we have, it's even easier to do that. So that's why I'm so comfortable, because I know it's going to go back up. And that's a perfect segue to this question right here. You were talking about Cardano earlier. Do you think, a shout out to you, Big Time Drum. If you enjoyed this little short segment that we did, here's where you can click to find another short segment, or you can click right here to find the entire podcast. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey, it's all about wealth engineering. Might be something that you're not used to. It's okay, cause I'm here to introduce you to concepts. Time to grow and make big moves. All about crypto, come see. Stocks in business, yes indeed. Got the info that you need. Hosted by my homie JC.